Okay, XRP Boo Boo, signing in on my my trip to South Africa. As you can see, I'm by the pool today. I've ducked out of going on a bushwalk so that I can sunbathe. So I'm going to try and keep this fairly short. What can I say? We went to a clinic yesterday, which was run by friends of mine, and what an amazing group of people that they are and they work with. It's blown me away. I've been supporting them through sales in energetics, along with the rest of the energetics distributors around the world, and donations have been given on our behalf to the clinic, well, for 10 years now. When I turn around and say that these people are literally changing the world, I so mean it. The research that they're doing, I'm going to post these videos up that I took over yesterday, over the next few days, so I don't inundate you too much, so I can keep your interest peaked, because this is such a worthy cause. Where do I start? Okay, 25 years ago, a young married couple came to South Africa to help out for a while when they got their qualifications to be doctors. Now, very quickly, they saw that there is a systemic and endemic problem in South Africa here, and it's social, cultural, you know, it's a completely different way of life to what we're used to live in. They're very promiscuous, and you know, that's just the way that they are. That's part of what they do. Women have no rights. They are raped often. They can't even have a headache and say no to their husbands. I mean, basically, you know, and that's something that is going to take a long time to change. So what they've done is, because there's such a massive problem with AIDS over here. I mean, if you think about it, out of the whole world population of people with AIDS, 55% of them are here. You start to understand, especially with the culture and the promiscuity, that there's massive changes that has to be made, or options that people need to have. So they not only are they treating the AIDS, for the individuals, you know, and also, you know, getting people to come and be tested and to be educated on how to look after themselves, which is what they do as well, you know, through not just through the antivirals that they have to take, which they've brought down to 1 tablet a day, which is excellent. They take them by the hand and lead them through, you know, healthy eating, you know. There's adverts up, you know, big picture boards by the side of the road, you know, if you love, then cover it, you know, if you love her, then cover it. Talking about condoms, I mean, they're trying to actively promote safe sex, but also for the females, because they don't always have a choice on their partners. They've brought out, and it's still in the research stages, but they've got together and managed to put together the equivalent of a femidom, which stops them getting AIDS when they have sex or are raped. There's also a massive problem, obviously, that they've helped to solve with taking women that are pregnant, if they get them in the third before the third trimester starts, then they were actually having babies born without AIDS, which has been taken on by the South African government, and you know, that's really good. So so then they're looking at the other sort of problems that go with that. So, you know, the parents die from AIDS, the kids are left behind. The oldest child, then has to take on the responsibility at whatever age. They have no choice, you know. If they're 14 years old and their parents die, then they've got to look after their siblings. And so they have to earn money, go to work, look after the kids. They have to stop education. And what this clinic does is help with that. I mean, it helps with the kids. It's taken children and put them into houses, so they can stay together, and they teach them how to live independently and support them until they can. You know, they give them the house. I mean, how good is that? So they're gradually, bit by bit, they're stepping out. They're not just there to treat people that are sick. They are trying to address problems. You know, if you've got somebody that the kids die of diarrhea because they don't have clean drinking water, well, they put clean drinking water in. So where the clinic is, they've actually put water taps and given them access. They do hearing tests. They check the children when they go to school to make sure that they can hear properly, so that they can be educated properly. They've now gone out and there's a massive problem here with, you know, if you've got disabled children, they put them in a room and you know, go and see them once a day or whatever it is that they do. They don't know how to deal with it, because in their culture, if you have a disabled child, then you're broken in some way because your child is broken. So it's a source of embarrassment for them. So it's lots of different things that they're doing and addressing, and basically it's kudos, hats off to them that they are able to do this. They're putting together schools for disabled children, and not only do they have a therapy person that comes in and helps them to get movement and entertain them. They've got people there that donate their time. They look after the kids. They feed them. They've got a program where they take preschool children. There's so many programs, I couldn't even cover it. I mean, I'm going to do an interview with him at some point, because I want him to tell you himself what his vision of the future is, so that you can get an idea, because I'm going to ask everyone for money. We need to help support this charity. Hugo Templeman and his wife Alicia, they have done massive things. There's a whole charity that sits behind them, and there's a lot of other people involved as well. I know these two personally, so I'm always going to talk about them. But his vision is to take what he's done, it's replicable. Sorry, plane. Life, the universe and everything. It's repeatable and it's replicable. Even down to the way that they build the buildings. They wherever they build buildings, they use the local people to do it. So it cuts costs, but also it gets the local people involved. I mean, one of the other videos I'm going to put up, is him basically telling you how they don't have a problem with theft. Sorry, I'm sitting on my arm. No problems with theft, because they are looked at as part of the community, and the community, they don't nick it because they see the benefit of it. I mean, it's awesome. It's awesome what they're doing, and basically these kids in this community, they have hope. They take people who have no hope and they give them hope. You know, whether it be building a football field, or a community centre, or putting together a choir. I mean, the choir from here, I've shared some of their songs, and I will put some more up. But the choir is actually on America's Got Talent this time, so keep an eye out, because they are going to go far, and it gives those kids and the members of the choir, it gives them a sense of self, a sense of respect. But also at the same time, it gives them a chance of earning, because they are being looked at for to do public concerts and things like that. So it just gives them the ability, because then they get to bring money back into their community, and that's what they want to do. Everybody wants to help everybody else, and it's wonderful. It's brilliant. Is it perfect? No. You know, there's always going to be something, but can we make a difference? Yes. Do they make a difference? Absolutely. Is it inspiring? Completely. You know, I'm blown away. I've known about what they do. I've sat down and talked to them. I see them every year at the catalogue launch. And they tell me a little bit more and a little bit about more, and I had no idea. Another video I'm going to put up is of their research laboratories. They've got blood samples of the AIDS patients that they've been treating going back 15 years. And that they use that to do research, because they can find out what drugs had what effect on the body at what time. You know, they are liaising with doctors around the world and making being the standard. You know, they are linking up with companies and doing great things. You know, and it's happening right here in poverty-stricken South Africa. And do you know what? The kids are happy. The people look after their properties. You know, they don't have a lot, but what they have, they're grateful for, and it's phenomenal, phenomenal. So I have spoken to Hugo today. I've told him all about XRP. I've told him all about how we can use the tip bot. He's finding out for me whether they have a Twitter page. If not, then they will set one up. I'm going to collect donations for them and then pass it over to them. I'll be completely transparent on everything that I have. What more can I do? What more can I do? Anything that goes in my tip bot now, from people, not from Coil, from people, is going to go to them. So if you tip me, it's literally going to go that way. If you want to hold on and tip them directly, then that's fine too. I will share that. But XRP community, you know, today, tomorrow, whenever we're mooning, all of that XRP, if you can spare 1 or 2, it will go far, and it will do amazing things. It will give them a bit more financial freedom. They are completely transparent. I've got their accounts for last year. Yeah, so help me help them, please. It's going to be phenomenal. Okay, signing out for now. Bye.